Action.
Hi, everybody.
Good evening.
I'm gonna sit like this.
Morning.
There we go. Comfortable now. Today is...
I think it's the 14th.
October 14th. You'll be watching this on the 15th, but...
As of the 14th.
Yes, this is as of the 14th.
Information.
Episode... You named it.
Version 4.
Version number 4, I think.
Version number 4 of the Barrel Roll Newscast.
Yes. He's Tony.
Nick.
And Graham.
There. He's a little farther.
There we go.
The dogs. Upstairs.
The dog's always doing something.
I'm okay with the dog.
Oh,
cute.
it downloaded. Okay, I can close this for a bit. Shall we get right to it?
Let's get down to the dirty.
What we're playing. Boop, boop. There's already music.
We'll do it now. Alright, I forgot about that.
I already added music to that part.
That's true, this is true.
Okay. We'll start with
from
you.
left to the right. Or
Team Fortress 2. Anniversary.
Anniversary stuff.
Yeah.
Now explain, because I have not seen any of this yet. So.
Okay, so...
30 new items, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of new items.
They've got a bunch on sale for 50% off, so...
Okay.
I think
there's
everything
a
is on
whole
sale.
bunch of
Like, everything.
fixes, too.
Which is nice.
Which
They're-
it was...
It didn't need fixes, though.
I've never really noticed a problem with that game, but...
The one that stood out the most was, apparently, after a medic heals a demo man,
Yep.
there's one little lines he says is, like, something snarky, like, oh, I didn't need help.
Oh.
They actually deleted it.
Oh.
That's not a fix.
That's a break. They broke their own game.
Crap.
Because apparently it was rude or something.
Why is that rude? I think that's amazing. Because that's why you overcharge the demo as he does the demo jump.
Maybe Valve got in trouble. Who knows?
Or people
You know how people are in this day
yelling
and
at
age.
other people, right?
I don't know. There's way more things in that game to be more offended
Oh, I know,
than that.
Baby steps, Tony. Baby steps.
I guess.
And you got an Xbox?
Yes,
Whee!
Xbox 360. I'm as cool as all the other kids.
You have a console now.
Baby steps.
Baby
It's
steps.
PlayStation 3.
I have to be one of those last people to get something.
Yeah, it's
That's
you're
okay.
right now in the generation when it's about to be phased out next 5 years later.
Yeah.
And I've also been playing Red Dead Redemption. Too.
Good choice.
I like
Very
that
good
game.
choice. Good choice. I don't. Yes.
Grand Theft Auto with horses.
That's how I like how they danced around that when it came out. Like, it's not Grand Theft Auto with horses, but it's
It's
an open world game with horses.
Essentially, yes. And I'm always sad because I've played that game.
Yeah.
And you catch a horse. Like, you can go out and catch horses later. I'm not sure if you've hit that part.
No, yeah.
You can actually, like, corral a horse and get on it. And you can ride like a
Break
wild...
the horse.
You can break a horse.
Dude.
So you can actually ride like a wild stallion, right? And
Okay,
I
let's
had
go.
the most gorgeous looking horse. And it was big. Like, it was like a Clydesdale type big horse.
Yeah.
It was so awesome. And then for whatever reason, and then one of the, like, missions puts you on a horse. And it wasn't my horse. So then I'm like, okay, fine. So I get off that horse, go do the rest of the mission. And I'm like, okay, call my horse. And this other horse comes along. And I'm like...
There's no parking garage for
There's
horses.
no parking garage for horses in that game. Like, you can't just, like, tie up a horse and go back and be like, there's the 12 horses I've caught.
Well, can't you buy another horse?
Yes, but I don't want to buy a horse.
But
That's a
like,
waste of
would
money.
that set it as your horse?
Yes, but then if you get on another horse, that other horse now becomes your horse.
So you could spend $500 on a horse.
Correct.
Steal somebody's crappy,
And that
gimpy
is-
horse.
yes,
and
and that
that's your
gimpy horse is
horse.
Well, that's kind of weird.
Or you can be like my friend
Yeah.
who went and got one of the really expensive horses.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, it was so gorgeous and I loved it so much because it was exactly what I wanted it to be. He's like, this is the horse that I wanted like the entire game. And then he got attacked by a mountain lion and it died. The horse fell off the cliff and died. And he's like,
Well, that's why you don't name your things. You get to attach to them.
don't name your virtual horse. No, but it's a good game.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I respect it. I don't like Western themed things, but I respect it.
See,
as
and
a
I
game.
do. And
Yeah.
there's not enough And I shouldn't say that because then there will be just this large stream of Western games. But there are not enough Western games. Like, Gun was a great game for me. And then Red Dead Redemption was awesome. So. But you're enjoying it?
Oh, yes.
Where are you? Without
Um,
spoiling much for people who haven't played it.
You can
but-
talk to me about it.
I just finished the first Marshall's mission.
Okay.
Like where he sends you to.
Yep. And it's a long game.
I've heard it's got some mileage on it.
It's like Grand Theft Auto, where you think you're almost at the end, and then there's literally another island in this game. You have to you have to cross water into Mexico.
Oh well, I got the map with the game, so
yeah,
there's that Mexican.
Yeah, you actually cross water and go into another large expanse of desert.
I think that's what it's just a Rockstar thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the formula works, and it shouldn't break. And this time, it's a little different. Because it's a river that you're actually, like, you have to get across the line and you're getting into Mexico illegally.
Because that's... you have to show the Mexicans how to do it.
Yeah. You're on a raft and you have to shoot a lot of people.
You're a pioneer for the Mexicans because they're just like, hey, Marston's doing that. We should totally just do that.
Yeah, we'll just go the other way. No, I like it though.
Do you get better weapons? Well, because the weapons were not bad, but...
Yes.
There's been way too many moments where I just got schooled.
And yeah, I guess you can't take your horse and run into people.
No, you can, but it's just not as efficient because horses tend to trip when they hit things.
Cars don't trip.
No, cars don't trip.
That's a technology advancement. Yeah. I'd like that more.
Yeah. You can ride wagons and they can run over people.
Oh, okay. I don't get that.
That's kind of cool.
And there's like that Lone Star gun slowing down, like.
Oh yeah, I've
there's that.
accidentally clicked it, but I haven't.
It's a Deadeye
used
mode.
it.
Deadeye, that's what it is.
And I don't even play it.
That's
how do you use
helpful.
it? You just like click in the.
I'm not sure how you, because it's been a while since I've played it a while, but you can slow down time and shoot people, and I'm not sure if there's like an aided targeting system along with it, but it only lasts so long, and the bar has to fill back up. And then there's the like shootouts, where you actually like ching. Ching, ching. I have no idea how those work, and I was winning a bunch of them, and then I got to one that I could not. I'm like, beating the crap out of my controller, and nothing would work. And I'm like,
it's like you're playing.
So you have to like shoot right at.
Yeah, there's like a very specific timing, and I'm not sure what button you exactly have to press. And I'm like,
just button mash.
I'm like, I will hit them all at once. Ha! That's how I finally beat it.
That's how you did it.
I just started hitting buttons. I'm like, I'll just shoot the guy. Like, he won't even draw his... I'll just shoot. I don't care if it makes me, like, an outlaw for, like, that little...
You'll be like...
You just recreate the Indiana Jones sequence.
Pretty much.
Except you.
He'll be all like, are you ready? And I'll be like...
Didn't he have a sword, the other guy?
Yes, in Indiana Jones he had a sword. And actually, do you know what? In Indiana Jones, that scene was... Harrison Ford was sick, and there was supposed to be this gigantic fight scene between him and the guy with the sword. Mm-hmm. And he couldn't do it that day, so they rewrote the scene.
Just to do that?
And that is how it turned out.
That is cool.
Gold! So.
Harrison Ford is awesome.
I love Indiana Jones. So, Red Dead Redemption. You're enjoying?
It's a good game.
Yes.
Team Fortress 2, of course you're enjoying.
There's no, that's the wrong answer is I don't like this game. Why would you not like this game?
Everybody likes Team Fortress 2.
And after I like playing as a sniper.
Yep.
I got the DSX sniper rifle.
Oh, that's right. You got all the Deus Ex stuff.
Can you buy that stuff?
Yep.
Is it on the sale?
Yes, actually.
Okay, I might get the sniper rifle.
So I think it's like $33 for like a normal price, but I think the whole thing's... I think individually they might be on sale, or it's just the bundle.
I only want like certain ones, like the revolver.
Well, we'll find out later.
I'll log in.
Yeah, the revolver and the sniper rifle for sure. The sniper rifles.
So you're playing with all the fancy new items too.
Yes.
This is all genuine.
So, well, that's fine.
Which honestly, I convinced myself I bought DSX for the items because I'm not a big fan of.
I did that for Fallout 3.
Human Revolution.
I did that for Fallout New Vegas.
I liked Human Revolution except for the boss fights, but we all know how that goes now. So outsourcing your boss fights.
They didn't work it. They didn't.
Man, imagine if Nintendo would have done that with the first Mario game.
I don't want to.
Outsourcing.
Did you not hear? Okay, all the boss fight. Have you gotten into a boss fight?
No, I haven't gotten that far.
Okay. You go from sneaking and doing all that stuff to all of a sudden having to shoot someone.
Okay.
Like you actually have to run from cover to cover and actually shoot a guy, and you're like, this is just so weird. I've been sneaking around. All of my upgrades have been sneaking, and now I'm dying. Why? And then Eidos finally came out, and they're like, yeah, we outsourced the boss fights. They actually sent them to another company and said, make a boss fight. And the people making the boss fights got all the stuff, and they went, okay, first-person shooter.
Uh-oh.
So.
There is...
Didn't Yahtzee talk about how
everybody talked
the first
about
game,
boss fights.
you could beat the boss?
Yep. You actually could use your smarts to beat the boss. And this time there were little things, like you could zap the floor, but if you didn't have that augmentation, you were screwed.
Oh.
That's
Like-
kind of...
So, like, you could electrocute the water that you were running around in, but if you didn't have the augmentation to avoid getting zapped,
We'll just jump and then zap.
you had, like,
yourself
well, you had, like, this much health. That's how I finally beat the boss, is I, like, kept getting down to almost no health and going, like, okay, I have this many little, like, you know, Nutri-Grain bars left to eat. So,
Make sure this is the strawberry one, not the grape one.
exactly. So you're just kind of, like, eating, trying to get your health back up, and I'm like, I had just enough to blow up all the things, kill the boss, and survive. And I'm like, that should not have to be that hard.
Oh.
That's
So-
so...
That's just dirty.
So yes, you've been playing that. And that.
It's a good game.
Anything else?
Um,
Xbox wise?
Oh,
Anything?
nothing Xbox wise, because
Okay.
they only got that game. They've been bouncing around between a whole bunch of other
Just little baby
Steam
stuff.
games.
So what happens when you buy an Xbox or a new console?
New console, yeah, that tends to happen. But that's what it's all about. Or a new console and 800 new games.
Yeah, I actually ordered
I didn't play many
all of
games.
the Halo games on Xbox 360.
Eh.
One package.
I like Reach and I love ODST.
Yes, those two for sure. I was,
The stories in those,
and I kind of wanted to try
I like to be a space
Halo
marine.
Wars because I love
No.
strategy games, but
No,
yeah, I'm
don't.
guessing it's gonna be total shit. But I want
No.
You'll have to write a review on
try
that
it.
one.
Yeah,
That's your territory.
from the perspective of someone who
That's
really
your-
likes real-time strategy.
On a console, let's
Let's
see how it goes.
See how
StarCraft 64, anyone?
Hey, come on now. And Blizzard never tried console gaming again.
Yeah, we broke them. Sorry.
Does the fixed screen thing, like anybody else played Halo Wars?
No,
I've played it.
Never played
I've played it.
Have you?
So does that fixed like cursor on the center of the screen actually make it work well?
Sure. I never.
As best as it can.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a good idea. You also have to keep in mind, I hate real-time strategy games.
Oh.
I like real-time
So-
strategy. I just don't like them on my consoles because I got
Yeah.
Civilization Revolution or whatever it is, Sever Revolution. Because I
Okay.
love the Civilization games, and I'm like, okay, this is like the newest one coming out. If I can sit in my bed and not have to haul my desktop computer and sit it on top of my lap, because I didn't have this at the time, that'd be great. So I'm sitting there, and you get Civ 5 or Civ Revolution, and you're just like, it's meant for consoles. It goes fast, and I'm just like, what's going on? This is not Civ. Civ's supposed to take me like 2 years to beat the game.
Oh, same thing with Supreme Commander. The first and the second one.
Yeah, they dumbed it way down.
So I don't know. They're trying to dumb too many games down is my issue, but whatever.
Like in Supreme Commander, I think the best unit took 6 hours to build.
See, that's how strategy games
Just
go.
like real life, like
Yeah.
Eve.
Like Eve.
Oh, that game was painful. My
Yeah,
buddies
oh.
talked me into
Microsoft Excel MMO.
it.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
going to the PS3.
I know. So
Are they gonna make it more?
Okay, so they announced it at the E3, and apparently it's like a first-person shooter that coincides with the game online.
yes,
Oh, right. I heard that.
That's right.
That sounds intriguing.
No, it doesn't.
No.
it
Like-
could be.
I get to shoot people while they're trying to build their ships.
Oh, see, I thought it was like Bordic actions, like
No.
pirate style.
Okay, yeah, sure, yeah. I think that works too.
that I could live with.
Yeah, like you're
We'll
just
see how it goes. I mean,
Shot over into like
Eve's
a drop
popular enough.
pod.
You never know what'll happen. So
No,
See, then
did you say it with an asterisk or what?
it is popular. There's people that love that game.
I don't know why.
I know the whole.
Because they like math. I think that's the biggest thing. It's like
Plus one is 3.
it's like one of our friends with Farmville. His biggest thing was he got to do a spreadsheet on what would make him the most money.
Okay.
And thus, I think you do that with Eve. You can sit there and be
Yeah.
like, you can actually do the math on the best way to.
Get to.
That's
The thinking
But then I
game.
just hate min-maxing though.
I know.
Because then that detracts
That's
from
why I have 2 computers. That's why I have 2 computers.
you min-max.
I have a PC right here and a Mac right here.
Oh.
And the Mac plays the games and the PC does all the research.
Ha!
So, I have been playing Costume Quest.
Good choice.
Costume quest.
I got it for free on my PlayStation 3, and I'm like,
Oh god.
it's free. It looks fun. You trick or treat, and then you turn into a giant robot and fight goblins.
I'm sorry, Tim Schafer? Amazing.
That game is awesome. I was so happy that I got to go around trick or treating because I haven't actually trick or treated in like 10 years.
It's
So the
just
fact,
creepy when we do it.
I know. So if the fact that a game actually allows me to go to doors and be like trick or treat, and I get candy, awesome.
No, we gotta fight sometime.
And then sometimes you go to the door, and every time you go to the door, it's kind of like, ding, 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 ding. And then the door opens, and it's either a parent giving you candy, or it's a goblin who's stealing all their candy, and he's like, no, the candy's mine, and then you have to fight.
Oh, it's so cool.
And it is, and it's all, the fighting mechanics are easy, everything is so easy, it's lovely, and I'm just having fun, and the story's fun, which I didn't think out of a, you know, and I mean...
Tim Schafer, though.
I know, but I mean, it's an $8 game, I think.
Tim Schafer's like Psychonauts, right?
Psychonauts,
Yeah.
he founded Double Fine Entertainment.
Yeah, so...
Dead Brutal Legend.
So when you, when you
yeah.
actually play something, and I mean, you play through it, and I'm having fun, and the combat's easy. There's still some strategy, but I now have a guy in a pumpkin costume, a girl in a unicorn costume.
So you get like a team?
You get, they're up to 3 people, and you get different costumes. And your different costumes transform you, give you different powers and abilities in the battles and
cool.
outside. So like the robot costume, you can go faster outside, like you can press the little roller skate button, and you go faster on the map, like when you're actually going around looking for stuff.
Oh.
And then you get into a battle, and his offense and his special power, he shoots missiles. Every like 2 turns you can shoot missiles, and it hits everybody.
It's
and
turn-based?
Yeah,
it's a turn-based.
and lights everybody on fire. And then I have a ninja on my team, and his magical power is he can like shroud a person to stop them from taking like damage from fire and poison and that kind of stuff. And I have a unicorn who has a pretty weak attack, but can revive a down party member with full health.
I see.
So
that's pretty cool.
I'm like, this is and it's fun, and there's strategy to it, and there's just a lot of stuff, and I'm like, I dig this, and it's free, and that's what I've been playing for the last 2 days. I tried Forza, got the demo.
Is it a racing game?
You can drive cars really fast.
Not interested.
You can press a button and rewind though.
I think that's been in all of them.
Yeah. So that's
So-
the gimmick. You could like, okay, let's say you crash.
So it's like Prince of Persia?
yeah. Essentially.
Actually, yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
it actually is Prince
like,
of Persia for
in the demo, I took a turn too wide,
Yeah.
and like my car started fishtailing, and I'm like, oh wait. So I pressed the button, and it literally rewinds you back to like a certain point, and they're like, would you like to keep going here, or would you like to rewind some more? And I'm like, no, here's good. So, and I win the race, and I'm like, this feels like cheating.
There's no energy bar. You can only rewind so
I don't know.
No,
I
there's
don't
no
know.
energy. See, now not problem, but the catch is, if you want to do a clean lap, you can't rewind.
Yes.
Because it marks down if you've used the rewind feature.
But I don't care. So.
Yeah, no, exactly. I don't fucking... Okay, I just drive the other direction.
And my other issue was you actually sat in the driver's seat, and I mean, everything looked really nice, except I don't like racing games like that.
You're like third person?
I like, being outside the car and being able to actually see around me.
You can change.
You cannot change it.
Really? Maybe that's just in the demo, because I was watching my buddy play, and he's like, look at all these views. I'm like,
because I was pressing every single button,
Trying to find the...
nothing so maybe it's just the demo, but I could...
Well, you should try the Kinect stuff with it, too.
That's not in the demo.
Oh, really?
Because the Kinect,
You'd like...
it senses your head, and it senses you moving, so you can actually like check your side mirrors and to the side of you, and actually, so like you actually do this, and your guy looks this way.
So
and
how
looks
But they didn't realize the fact that when you turn your head,
You're not looking at the TV.
place.
So you have to slightly twist your head while keeping your eyes on your screen. So
There's a fix for that, but you need lots of money. Which
screens.
Yes,
Yeah.
you need three TVs,
Yeah.
3 Xbox 360s,
Yeah.
3 copies of the game,
And
one
one
Kinect.
controller
and just one Kinect.
And one controller.
Just need one Kinect though. But if you get those things set up, you'll have your optimal Forza 4 gaming experience.
So
Totally worth it.
it was a racing game. It was like me. I tried Battlefield 3 on the demo on my Xbox. Way better than on my PS3. I am sorry to all you PS3 people, but the Xbox controller is made for first-person shooters.
I think both of them are made for first-person shooters.
I cannot.
I can use both. I can play Halo no problem.
On the PS3, I found that game so hard to play, and then I got on my Xbox, and it was like, and I'm like, wow, this is like the best I've ever played on a first-person shooter.
I think it's just because you're familiar with the face buttons, right? So.
It's not even the face buttons. It's literally where the joysticks are.
Really?
Yeah. I like my joystick being right here instead of down here.
I don't mind that.
So that's just me.
I can't remember what a PS3 controller looks like.
The joysticks are both down.
Have you
here.
seen a PS2 controller?
Yeah. I hate those things.
I don't.
I think I'm the only person.
I don't mind them.
I love them.
I like them for everything else other than like apparently first-person shooters, and maybe that's just because I've been trained so long on.
I think so.
I'm PC trained, so my.
Just wait till you get Halo. We can run maps together and die all the time together.
Oh gosh.
I'm not bad at Halo.
I'm just terrible at it.
What other
But
game
in
was it?
comparison to PC.
Oh, Shadows of the Colossus.
Ooh.
It's a good game.
I got the Ico Shadows of the Colossus collection, and I threw Ico in, and I kind of wasn't paying attention during like the opening sequence, so I have no idea what was going on. I went and made a sandwich, and I came back, and my guy was just standing there, and I'm like,
This is how the game starts. Go.
Yeah.
I'm like, apparently I will try Shadows of the Colossus, and I actually watched the intro for that, and the
Not
control.
much of an intro for that either.
The controls, you don't really, but the controls are kind of wonky.
Well, I think it's because
I remember that when I played the...
It didn't translate good over.
Oh.
But I mean the visuals are cool,
Oh,
and I mean the colossi I fight are amazing, so that's fun. I'm 3 colossi in, so
I stopped at around 5.
13?
There's
I'm
13.
throwing a random number out there.
There's 13.
13's a good number.
There's around 10
So-
or so. Double digits.
I'm having fun with that. But that's more of a game that I can kind of put down and then pick up and then play for an hour or until I get frustrated, and then.
Mhm.
So no, I'm having fun, and that's all I have been playing, which is more than last week. So bonus.
Mhm.
How about Tony?
I also played more games than last week, which is like what, 2? I picked up Street Fighter for my 3DS because I figured I've upgraded from the iPhone version. It's now in 3D, and there's every character from the arcade version. Not
Which-
arcade version.
No, from the
Super Street Fighter 4.
yes.
For all 35 characters, minus the 4 from whatever.
But you're a
But
big
it's-
Street Fighter guy.
I
so.
love Street Fighter,
So.
so I justified the purchase. And like I said, I was tired of playing it on my screen, on my phone.
Well, yeah, actually having a little like the thumb pad, yeah.
Yeah. And I know this says old news about it, but you know, the touch screen with the different moves.
So helpful.
Yeah, it's really good for like the super moves.
Well, because
Oh,
I
but-
played it for
like the-
5 seconds the other day
Yeah.
at school, and I'm like trying to like quarter circle
It's
whatever,
good, it's-
and I'm an idiot when it comes to these fighting games, and so Tony's like just press the bottom screen, and I'm like what? My guy goes into like this ultimate like finishing move thingy, and I
Yeah.
win, and I'm like, yes, a
That's
fighting
a-
game I can finally play,
And it makes sense, and you can customize it for different actions as well.
which
Really?
is lovely.
That is cool.
And then they have pro and light versions of it too. So the light version
Mm.
of the controls, like you can put specific moves on the buttons, but for the pro controls,
Yeah.
you can't do that. You can only put button combinations on there. So
okay.
Like your throw button. Like,
throw buttons,
Yeah.
ultra combos require all 3 buttons to be pressed, so you can map that on there. You still do need to
You
do
have to do
motions
the-
for
yeah.
motions for it,
Yeah.
but you can push the buttons if you're finding that, because it's a 4-button game or a 4-button face
Machine,
button,
yeah.
where
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a 6-button arcade fighter.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
it's easy that way. I mean, it makes it a little bit.
They found a good use of the bottom screen. For
Yeah,
that
they
game.
have a good balance, and I know that Dead or Alive does that as well. But I don't like
But
Dead or Alive.
I was just gonna say, but this is Street Fighter, which
Street
is better
Fighter is
than
way
Dead or
better because it's got Sakura, because Sakura is the best character.
I like the Dead or
Alive.
Alive.
There is no breast physics because it's Street Fighter. There's no breast physics. Oh my goodness! So I enjoy the lack of breast physics for some
What?
reason.
What game is good without breast physics?
Apparently, Soul Calibur didn't get that memo. I hope it doesn't ruin Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Oh no, it's already done that.
Tekken's the one with the
Poison.
panda, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an odd way to remember a game. It's the one with the panda.
Yeah. Okay. It's the one.
It's the one where people don't get weapons but can fight.
Yes. Same. No, but
No.
there's no block button. Soul Calibur for some reason has a block button.
That's because they have weapons.
I never understood that. Just
Oh, well.
hit back.
Because-
Swords.
Well, because it's a counter button at the same time.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that.
Just you can like Assassin's Creed it.
Not really. It's
No,
more of a
definitely
like you
not
can like
Assassin's Creed.
send a kid like a
It's a
guy
parry.
comes
Oh,
through
like you can-
and the guy lunges and you go and
They have like
he ends up behind you.
They have,
Oh,
there's
okay.
like a second opening where you can just unleash.
Yeah.
On them.
So many
So-
fighting games.
Oh, I enjoy fighting games.
I
Fighter Cross.
I do. I suck at them. It's like first-person shooters. I suck at them, but I have fun playing them. Unless I'm stuck with an ultimately like horrific team. Like if everybody on my team is like me,
Yeah.
it's bad. I'm a really good support guy. I'm the guy that can hide behind the box and see guys coming and be like, "Boo-doo-doo-doo," and
You know what?
shoot in their general direction, and the rest of my team goes, "Hey, look, that guy is shooting at that wall close to that guy who's trying to sneak up to us," and they'll take him out.
You might like Street Fighter Cross Tekken then,
They might.
because it's got four 4-player co-op action.
See, there you go.
You
That's
can
why
have
we have to
4
play
people
Halo
on
together.
4 people
You can
on
carry
screen.
me.
Just throw them at people.
Yeah.
4 people
I'm
on
really
screen
good
at
as a
one
big
time.
That's true.
So that'll be amazingly fun.
Well, what else have you been playing?
I've been playing. There has been a Gameloft sale on the App Store. And I bought Eternal Legacy HD for my iPad. It's not a good game. I think
It sounds fun.
Oh, it's kind of neat because it's the first RPG on the iOS device that actually has full voiceover.
Yep.
For everything.
Really?
Oh.
Like all NPCs have voices, and it's only like 500 megabytes. But the catch is, no one fine-tooth combed that game with the voice acting. So there's scenes where you hear talking and there's no text.
Oh.
And there's text when there's no talking.
Oh.
And then the words are wrong.
Man, even we can do that properly on this NewsCast.
It's terrible. Engine-wise, it seems alright. It reminds me of Final Fantasy 13. Is that the one that just came out?
Yes,
Yeah, that's the one.
That's
It's kind of like Final Fantasy 13 where you have one main character and then you have supporting characters doing actions beside you. It's real time, so there's no pause in the action.
I didn't like that about Final Fantasy.
There's a pause button, but there's no like pause when you're selecting your skills and stuff like that.
I don't know.
I haven't really gotten into it too much because I couldn't get past the really bad voice acting.
I like being able to tell my other people what to do.
Well, you can.
Oh,
There's like
in Final Fantasy 13, you can't.
Oh, specifically skills?
Yes.
No, you can't. Not in this game.
See that bugged
But you know, I think it's because it's a mobile game. You don't want
Yes, you don't want to be
worry about
dealing with all that stuff.
So I think it's why it's simpler. So it's kind of cool.
You have like 3 minutes. Keep talking.
Okay. So there's that game.
Yes.
It's all right. I'll keep playing it eventually. And like I said, it was $1. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over that.
I always like how
I feel like I got my dollar's worth already.
I've bought games on my iPod Touch for $1, and it's like, this is shit, and it's like, wait, it was $1.
Really? I think they're originally selling this game for like $6 or $7.
See, and then I'd be a little more.
A lot of
then I'd be a
money
little more upset
for something that didn't get copy edited.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like but it's all spelled correctly. It's just there's no syncing. Oh my, it's terrible.
Oh well, okay.
It looks pretty. It looks very pretty, for a mobile game.
But they're getting prettier.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's only gonna get better as we'll talk about later.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Played that. What else did I play? Oh, I played Rage earlier this week.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And
It is fantastic.
really,
there's little things that keep it from being just absolutely perfect, but it's just it's like Fallout but better.
That's
Really?
good.
It really is.
Okay.
Did you like
And
Fallout though?
I liked Fallout 3.
Okay, so
I did enjoy Fallout 3. I didn't enjoy Fallout New Vegas, but Fallout,
Yeah, that was
it's
kinda-
you're in the wasteland. The story is that an asteroid hit the Earth and everyone underneath the vaults or something. They called them vaults. There's literally like survivors underneath the Earth, and some of them didn't wake up when the asteroid hit the Earth. So now there's mutants all over the world because they came up early, and then all the radiation, some weird stuff. I played it with my
Asteroids
friends.
have radiation?
I don't know these things. It's software. It's their first game since ever. So, I give them a little bit of slack.
So is it worth $60?
Yes.
Really?
It's definitely worth it.
There's a lot of gameplay in that though too. I think,
and I played the co-op stuff with it with my friend because there's they have separate multiplayer mode stuff where you can play 2-on-1 or something like that, stuff like that for a story, and it worked really well.
Oh, so it's kind of like a Modern Warfare 2 where they have like the
it's kind of like Spec Ops.
Yeah.
Except it's actually story based.
Oh, so
not part of the main story, but there's actually story.
They did that in
their story development within
Splinter Cell.
Oh, okay.
The new Splinter Cell game, they did that.
Actually, they did.
Chaos
There's
Theory,
quite a few of them. When they started introducing co-op, they actually.
Like
Pandora
Chaos,
Tomorrow did that.
Yeah, Chaos Theory. They played as 2 special operatives doing stuff.
And the characters would actually kind of interact too. There was one scene I remember where Fisher was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're all involved. So.
It's like, who's the Splinter Cell? Well, we're the only good ones around here.
Yeah.
In case you guys wonder why I keep going towards the camera, I'm checking the time. I'm gonna have to wrap this up because we're almost at the mark. So I'm gonna go pause it, and then we'll get into the news unless you have any other games you want to talk about. So
Nothing.
okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Still again.
Yes.
Yeah. We still.
Back. Okay, so we're back.
Yes,
And
Rage, go play it. It's good.
yes.
I recommend it.
Rage.
Anything else you've been playing quick, or are you good? You done?
Nothing.
Okay.
I watched my friend play Dark Souls.
Oh,
I didn't play it.
look fun. Okay.
It's Dark Souls.
Another day.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, the news.
The news.
Do you want to start? Do you have anything?
Not really.
I have things, but you can.
Okay.
Do you want to start? Go.
Okay. Warner Bros. Confirming that Batman Arkham City will have online pass. So, to play as Catwoman, you have to buy the game fresh, or you have to pay them $10 to play as Catwoman.
This is why I love PC. They don't
However,
try to hurt us.
So, well, because you guys can't buy used games.
Well, the thing is, they're saying that the Catwoman
okay.
missions, it's only about 10% of the game.
I know, but still.
It's still pretty important.
Isn't there Joker missions? And
The Joker missions,
Joker
are
missions were
on PlayStation,
PS3 exclusive for
And
the
there's-
first one.
and they still
that's
are.
just mean.
Well,
No, it's
but
not. They're really good, but you don't really need them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not
So
like they're
they're not,
necessary. It's
like-
like
They're
gonna
not
be. It's gonna be
story-based.
like the Robin missions.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
the Robin missions are going to be fantastic.
They're gonna be great. Like the Joker ones were cool, but
Yeah.
not necessary. So, but the Catwoman ones, it bugs me because all these games are doing this now, where it's like we're trying to stop you from buying used games.
And it's not even multiplayer.
I know, but a lot of
So-
games are now. They're sitting there going, "You want to play multiplayer? You need your online pass."
That's
You know the other big
really mean because
Yeah.
that's
So-
other big games you require
some games nowadays.
multi-pass, online
Mm.
pass. Battlefield 3.
I know.
And that's huge.
So Battlefield 3, if you do not buy
the
new,
multiplayer
you have to
core.
you have to spend $10 to get multiplayer.
So you might as well just buy
Buy
it
it
new.
just go new.
Because otherwise you're gonna go to GameStop and be like, "Oh yeah, game's $10 off." Get home, be like, "You want to play online? It's gonna be $10."
So it's the same price.
$60.
Oh, you know what even
And you end up with a used game.
and you know what even the worst
Yeah.
the most biggest offenders is when they only take off $5 off of the use to the
So now
Yes.
you're paying
Now you're
$9 more.
So
Oh.
that's the online pass thing bugs me.
all bugs everywhere.
Because honestly to me, and I wrote an article about this, but
Mm.
on like when I buy used games, it's because I don't have the money for the
So,
actual
yeah.
game. I'm sorry. But when I was in high school and didn't have a job,
Yeah.
like I worked in the summers, I didn't work while I was at school.
So well, I don't.
So,
yeah.
but I'd buy used games because I could get 3 games for the price of one.
Yeah.
Because I'd go to the $20 rack and be like,
Exactly, right?
doop doop doop.
I would not have paid for this full price.
And there's a lot of games where I say that. There's a lot of my reviews that end with, if you see this game for full price, don't buy it. So
I still can't believe Bloodstone is so much money.
so that's what I mean. Like, buy stuff on sale.
Mm.
Still brand new.
Yep.
Still works. But if you're waiting for used games, it's not even worth your money anymore, and it just bugs me because that's how I became a fan of a lot of the games that I'm a fan of. Is because I bought them used and I went, wow, this is awesome. And then I got money. I entered my adult life, where all of a sudden I could throw money around every once in a while. And I'm like, wow, that game is coming out, and I really loved the first one that I bought used. I'm totally going to buy the sequel because, like, at the day one, because I want to play it.
I
So-
think they need to find a way they can track used game sales. Somehow. I mean, I totally agree.
But they
with
can
you.
track what you're playing. I mean, online now, achievements, all that stuff. They know what you're playing. They know if you're finishing games.
Well, how do they know you didn't steal it or borrow it from a friend?
But that shouldn't really matter. That should be like, you're playing our game.
You will buy DLC.
Eventually you'll buy DLC, or
Yeah.
you'll buy a sequel, or you'll buy, like... You know, like you play... If you bought the first Mass Effect
It gives
game...
them their numbers on a piece of paper.
Yeah, if you bought the first
Yeah.
Mass Effect game used,
Mhm.
chances are you're going to buy the second one as soon as it comes out.
Yeah.
And if you're waiting on the second one, I mean, it ended with enough gusto that the third one you're going, I gotta play that as soon as it comes out.
Oh.
Like, eventually, through that used sale, you're going to make a full-on,
Yeah.
real sale of your
So-
game.
Doesn't hurt anybody.
Who knows what they're thinking?
I don't know. So, anywho, you had a little thing up with, is GameStop doing it?
Yes, GameStop is.
And I don't know how they're going to pull this off.
So GameStop is announced that, I don't know if it's announced, but they've made mention in an internal memo that if you buy Arkham City used, you will get this code for Catwoman
Catwoman.
levels. and among other things. So,
Intrigued.
where are they getting these codes from?
Because that's the whole point, is you're not supposed to get them unless you buy the
I
game
don't know.
new. So,
Who knows?
They're like rebelling against the system.
But it's their own system. This makes sense. No, none of it makes sense.
none of it makes sense. So,
What
else?
GameStop will be doing that.
Yeah, that's different. And
Eventually.
I'm willing to bet that it's going to be like
Mhm.
Deus Ex or whatever it was, where they were taking codes out.
Oh wait. Yeah,
Would
it
they
happened.
do?
There was online passes for some stuff, and they were actually taking them out of the new games.
Yeah, it was passes for GameFly.
Yes, you could get like the, if you bought the console version or whatever, you could actually get the PC version of a game. I don't know what game it was, but you could get like the PC version. And
Wait, then why didn't they take that out of the PS3 version of Portal 2?
I don't know.
They should have done that.
So you could get like this Portal 2 for like Steam on your PC and on
If you bought it for PS3, you got it.
Though
both.
you need to
That's-
have, but you needed to have on the PS3, or else it wouldn't recognize you.
Oh.
So it's not like here's 2 copies of the same game for free. It's the same copy.
Oh, okay. So you have to
Yeah.
either
Link it. You need to link it.
So
I think there's gonna be a week where we don't talk about Final Fantasy 14.
never.
Oh man, this game is God, something's wrong with this game.
Considering
So-
I was such a World of Warcraft
I
addict,
know.
we never talk about that game, and we always talk about the game that
And
you
the-
bought and never play.
I played it for like a month. I gave it a chance. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe when this new update comes out, I'll give you a second chance. But don't count. So Square Enix has finally pulled the veil over of
Fail off of.
off of Final Fantasy 14. They've announced the version 2.0 is coming out mid-November.
That means
of
the
this year?
fixed one,
This is their actual version that they've been working on for a year.
not that fake one that they
All-
pretended to give
All
everybody.
beta testers, I'm sorry. So,
Wow.
and along with this, they are also beginning to charge people now
Yes.
because they feel as if now is the time to charge you for, well, I guess it's a better game.
Their fixed game.
Better-
Apparently, it's a whole new game.
It is.
so
They've added mechanics up the wazoo, so
it's pretty much
you
the
know what?
same graphics,
I-
but I think a whole new game.
I will totally jump into it
Just try
just
it
to
out.
see what's going on with
Well,
it.
you were so excited when it
I
came out.
was, and you know what?
Collector's edition.
I know, and you know what? The box is fantastic. I have it on my display.
I know.
The box is really cool.
You were so happy.
I was.
And
'Cause
then you played it.
And then I was like,
And then you came
why
to school.
Why is this?
He was so upset.
Why is this not good?
Counseling.
Why is this not good? And then Guild Wars helped me.
Guild Wars.
Guild Wars helped me. So Final Fantasy 14. Now the big question is, when will this be available on the PlayStation 3? You ask.
When will this be available on the PlayStation 3,
In
Tony?
January 2013.
What?
Oh, goody. So we only have...
they have been working on it for a little bit. They said that they're working on the PlayStation 3 version. The beta test will still take place.
It's on the PS... Or it's on, like, Windows, right?
Yes,
So, like, they could throw it on the Xbox in, like, 5 seconds?
they probably could. They won't.
Just saying.
They probably should. It probably won't be able to handle it. It's a pretty game.
It is a pretty game.
So there's a lot of things in it. So they're saying the beta test will happen sometime soon.
Excellent.
Next couple months.
Hasn't that been what the last year has been?
Reboot phase will begin in November 2012.
Yep.
Which I'm guessing the beta will be before then. Or maybe that's when it starts.
That's probably when it
knows?
starts.
But they're ending this reboot phase for the PS3 in 2013. Which means the game will be out sometime after January 2013. You realize we could already have an Avengers 2 by then, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Where were you when Final Fantasy 14 got rebooted? That's the next joke, guys.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. Oh,
Oh,
dear,
dear.
God, no.
Okay, so do you want to talk about that?
I do.
Okay, then I'll talk about this.
Okay, I'll close that window.
Okay. BioWare finally confirming Mass Effect 3 multiplayer.
The one thing I'm sorry.
Is it just gonna be Gears of
I feel
War?
as this is my obligation. I kind of knew already.
I know.
A long
yeah,
time ago.
That's like yeah.
And you really knew.
I actually did know for a long time. I couldn't talk about
Is
it.
it co-op?
Yes.
It's co-op.
Players will be able to create a co-op character from a bunch of different classes and races.
Ooh, okay.
Um,
Intrigued.
And the story will run parallel to the main story.
So it's not like
And it's up to 4 people.
Wait, this sounds bad, but can I play this single player?
Oh, you mean
Can
like
I create
this
my own
wave?
character
I don't know.
by myself and play the cooperative?
I believe so, because
Story,
I believe it
no.
is completely optional.
Yeah,
Oh.
it won't have any
So-
impact on the main story. So
Yeah.
there's probably gonna be like a scene in the single player where it's like, this war's happening.
Over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come
Let
on.
us run behind here and shoot some other stuff.
Another specter of an unknown race
And
is
just-
holding the line over there.
And just to connect everything together, I believe you need your online pass from EA to be able to
That's
play
expressive. No, you need-
multiplayer.
or is it Origins
No, it's
or
that
whatever?
BioWare.
Or, yeah, that's
Cerberus.
Origins.
Cerberus. Oh, is it even Cerberus Network now?
Probably not. It'll be Origin Network.
No.
No, because you don't work for Cerberus anymore.
Exactly. You're
So-
fighting Cerberus. I can't believe I gave him the weapons.
You gave him the super weapon at the end of Mass
I can't
Effect
believe
2.
I did that.
I didn't.
I did that. I can't-
You're screwed.
Fuck.
Final Fantasy 3's, or your, not Final Fantasy, Mass Effect 3 is going to open, and your character's just going to get shot, and game over.
So screwed.
So, but yes, but it's EA, so you're going to need an
Yeah.
online pass,
I,
regardless.
who's not gonna buy a Mass Effect 3 though?
Day one, I don't know.
So
I'm there. I got
Alright.
Batman.
I'm gonna get a collector's
pre-order.
edition for Mass Effect 3 too.
I got the collectors for the first, or second one.
I did too. I played on PC actually.
Oh, yeah, I get the collectors for that one too.
Batman comes out in 4 days. I've just pre-ordered. I pre-ordered it yesterday.
Good choice.
I know.
I
So,
should go check shop, see if I have to pre-order it. I want the steel case for it.
So yeah, that's Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. We
Yeah.
all kind of knew it was coming.
Yeah.
He really knew it was coming.
I mean,
There you go. So, you don't really care about Nova joining Mass Effect, or I keep like talking about previous games. Marvel vs. Capcom 3,
What's
but
it?
you are excited about.
Phoenix Wright. We all know it was coming. We all knew it was coming. Now we have visual proof it's coming.
That's the lawyer guy, right?
Yep.
From Ace Attorney.
Objection.
Take that.
So
There's a trailer for it. We'll link it somehow. We'll see it. It's on the internet. It's
we'll post it
amazing.
on this. We'll post it on this.
Oh
thing.
my gosh, it's
'Cause
gonna be so amazing.
He's super stoked.
So
So
how is he gonna fight?
you have to watch the video.
There's some neat little things in it. He has what appears to be an evidence bar.
Yep.
Above his super bar, so you need to collect evidence against your enemies. So it's gonna be
It should be
wild.
it'll be intriguing.
I will
We
totally-
will put it that way. That's movie news.
So
That's
yeah, my
extra
next team is
news.
gonna be Phoenix Wright, Dante, and Virgil.
Can you not just have 3 Phoenix Wrights?
I tried to make the argument with Dante when it first came out. So there's it's so exciting.
There you go. So yes, he's excited, and I'm excited
I'm
because
elated.
that's he's a pretty big cool character to actually have going.
He's
into
so
something.
weird.
Yeah, it's a
'Cause-
weird character, but those characters are always fun. It's
Exactly,
like
you need-
role in Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
I don't know if you caught in the trailer. There's a specific Phoenix Wright level
yes, I see.
where it's like wanted list.
Yeah.
And it's like wanted. There's all these like Marvel and Capcom characters like wanted, and there's like done. Like they got the whatever.
Yep.
And then there's a picture of Mega Man. And he's like, where is he?
Hate you, Capcom.
Why don't
I miss Mega Man.
I do too. Why is Mega Man's getting shunned out of everything?
That's 'cause he
Holy
quit.
ca-
Mega Man himself quit.
Ugh.
Guy who created him quit.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That's sad.
You have news.
I have many newses.
I only have movie news left.
Do you really?
I do.
Oh, I have a lot of news. Okay, so I don't know if you guys are you guys gonna be picking up the Silent Hill HD collection?
Yes.
You should definitely pick up the Silent Hill HD collection.
What's it
But-
before?
It's gonna be for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
Oh.
We can all.
I think it's in
Look at that.
2012. The development for it's actually been in a little bit of a turmoil actually.
So is that every Silent Hill game?
2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Okay,
2 and
so 2's the really good one, right?
Yes. And I'm glad you brought that up because 2 is the best one,
Yeah.
and that's the one that has had the most problems.
Oh,
What happened
no.
was they
Yeah.
announced when they announced the HD collection,
Yeah.
they announced that they were going to re-record all the voices.
Oh.
for everything. So fans
Like-
were all like, don't do it. And then they released the trailer with the new voices,
Yeah.
and they're absolutely terrible.
Oh no.
So what happened was fan reaction
Was
ended up
like,
going like, you pay with your wallets, don't buy this game, blah 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 blah. the original voice actor, I can't remember his name, for James Sutherland. Sutherland. James something or other. I can't remember his name.
Sunderland.
Is it Sunderland?
Yeah.
Okay. So he got into he heard about this and said,
I'll do it.
No, like, there was some sort of legal issue where they needed to get their agreement to re-voice their cast.
Oh, okay.
And so they're like, you can't do that. Or he's like, you guys can't do that. And then that's why the game was supposed to be out this Christmas.
Yes.
So they made a huge stink about, like, getting these legal issues, seeing who could do what. Video gamers won. So now the original voice casting is back in Silent Hill 2.
So they re-record it.
No, they're not re-recording. They're just going to take the original track
out
from the PS2.
Wow.
So I don't know. And
Just
Silent Hill,
speed up process.
they gotta recode shit.
They probably just have to clean it up.
Yeah, they have to clean it up from the PS2 and PC version. Silent Hill 3, unfortunately, is not getting the similar treatment. It is getting re-recorded. It's not as good, but it's still good. It's still fun.
Which one's that again?
Silent Hill 3, that's the one where it's a little bit more action-oriented. It's still survival.
Was that the room?
No.
Or 4 was the room?
4 was the room.
Okay.
4 wasn't too bad. I didn't think it was amazing. It's just a different concept. I go Metal Gear nerd, and then Silent Hill nerd.
Konami nerd.
So...
Well, that's good news.
So
though.
yeah, video gamers have won.
We usually win.
And then there's a picture of the voice actors re-signing contracts for the game.
He does not look happy.
So I think that was amazing that happened. Like I tried reading through this and
Honestly, if we wanted to have like electric cars and all this other stuff, they should really just get gamers on board somehow. Because we put up the biggest stink and we always get our way.
And you know what the thing is? Metal Gear Solid HD Collection isn't getting re-recorded. Not that I know of, or else, that game...
Does it really matter? David Hayter's gonna do it.
Yeah, but it would take like 5 years.
I know.
Because there's so much content in those games.
They didn't re-record for the GameCube one.
No, they did.
Did they?
Yeah, they totally did. Now, this is a rumor about the GameCube version of Metal Gear Solid, Twin Snakes. Rumor has it David Hayter took half a pay cut in order to bring everyone back on board.
He seems like the kind of guy that would do that.
He seems like the video game version of Nathan Fillion.
Pretty much.
So that's why everyone sounds the same, because it's the same actors.
Yeah.
But he's like, I want everyone back on.
Because that was a great remake.
Oh, it was it was one of the best remakes
Yeah.
for video game history.
And
So,
then you have...
a little bit more. We have do you remember when the PSP Go came out?
Yes.
They said you can transfer your UMD games to the PSP Go, the UMD-less drive.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
And did you remember how that failed?
Yes.
They're gonna try that again.
I remember talking about this.
They're trying it on the PlayStation Vita.
Yes.
So
are they actually going forward with it? Because there was rumors of
it. It sounds like there's something actually gonna happen with this now, because as you know, it's the UMD.
It's just the UMD.
Oh, okay. It's
It's
a
the
movie.
UMD.
What?
So as you know, the PlayStation Vita now has succumbed to the flash drive card
Yes,
for the
because
games.
no one likes spinning discs on a
Nope.
handheld.
No.
It already has enough battery problems.
Oh, what? That's a different story. So, so they're saying that there's a way that you can put your UMD games somewhere into like, I don't know, like a PSP or something like that, and you will be eligible for a special discount on the digital version of your PSP game.
Shouldn't I get it for free?
That's what everyone else thinks.
Shouldn't that be my special discount?
I will be totally willing to send you a box of my UMD games for digital code so I can download them from your store.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Like, even if I don't get them back, I will be playing your
I
Vita
bought the
anyways.
game once, I don't need to buy it again.
So, a lot of this is, it's pretty much true because in Japan, you can, actually pre-orders have run out in Japan for the PlayStation Vita.
Yeah.
Because it was on pre-order day or whatever.
Yeah.
So, they said details are going to come at a different date.
Right.
But it will be a different price for this. Now, no one knows how this is going to work. Like, are you going to have to validate your game on the PSN, on the PSP or something like that?
Maybe.
I mean, that's the most reasonable thing to do, is just make an app for it on the PSP.
Yep.
And download it. But special price should be more than just a discount, I think.
Special price should mean free.
And I think I touched on this the other week with Ultimate MVC3 on the PS3 and Vita.
Yes.
Where, like, why would I want to buy this? Why would I want to buy it again for full price? Just make me pay once, or super low for the next one for PSP version.
Yeah.
That's how I think I should see it.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool that they're actually gonna go for it. It's better than last time when they said that we'll do it,
But they could be doing that again.
but they actually have a plan.
Sure.
Who knows?
I have a plan to save the world from hunger.
I have a plan to
It's
rule.
working- it's
I have a
working
plan- I have
really
a
well.
plan to rule the world with hunger.
Can I have Australia?
No.
But all the chicks dig Australia. 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then I have to go grab the other disc.
Disc? Okay, well, we'll go over this real quick here. One more real quick one. Do you remember Grand Theft Auto 3?
Yes.
It is now 10 years old.
Uh,
It's hard to imagine 10 years ago we played games.
When I thought of that story, I thought the first time I saw Grand Theft Auto 3 being played, and then I thought of Grand Theft Auto 3, and I went, yeah, it's been 10 years.
Has it been 10 years?
It has
for
been 10
Halo
years.
as well.
Yes,
Yes.
it has.
Oh right, because
It came around the same year, I think.
Because their anniversary collection, or the Combat Evolved is coming
Yep.
out. So.
Yeah.
And Rockstar has announced that they're doing a similar thing
Oh okay.
with Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah.
They're re-releasing it on digital platforms.
So is it like a just HD graphic?
Now this is the catch.
Yeah.
It will be HD graphics. They are redoing everything, and they're actually giving him a name now. They're actually officially calling him Claude.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys know this. It's a little Grand Theft Auto trivia. They actually announced his name in San Andreas.
Yes, I knew that. I never played San
There's
Andreas,
a
but I knew they did.
There's a mission where
Yeah.
you play as, what's the guy's name in San Andreas? You play as him, and there's a race that you have to do,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Oh man, I'm gonna be racing with this person," and he walks up, like, "Claude, come over here," and he walks up, and it's the same character model from Grand Theft Auto 3. So it's like, and officially they gave him a name. But now
Yeah.
they're officially giving him a name.
Yay!
So they're releasing this 10th anniversary HD updated
For select...
on select devices. So iPad 2, iPhone 4S.
And some Android.
What about this one? It could totally run Grand Theft Auto. I would totally buy Grand Theft Auto 3 for that. But they will not support the iPhone 4 for this game. And select oh, that's a lot of Android devices actually.
Told you.
It has many. Is yours on here?
Doubt it.
Samsung. What do you have?
HTC
No.
Desire, yeah.
Nope. So not even yours will be able to run it. I think
Mine's new.
yours kind of has a problem running Minecraft though. It's not very smooth.
They patched it.
Did they? Okay,
So that-
that's good.
They
Minecraft.
patched
Oh,
it.
that's
So a bunch of Android
weird.
devices and only 2 iOS devices. If you're looking to play Grand Theft Auto re-release, and it's gonna be really fun because Grand Theft Auto 3 I
Don't
think
show that to
revolutionized
kids.
the 3D how we play 3D open world games.
Yeah.
That really is. It's iconic.
And honestly, when you think back, it
I
was
think-
pretty bad as an open world game.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Like,
It-
but at that time, it was like, I can drive down this street and
I
there's
can
no
just run-
loading screen.
I can just run into people.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So, big news. I can't play it.
Why?
Bad news. I can't play it. I would love to play it.
I know you would.
I liked this game a lot.
I like Grand Theft Auto 3, and then I never got anyone until the 4th one, because I'm like, I'm not buying anything that doesn't have a number after it, I'm sorry.
I think the big thing was that it was a PS2 exclusive for the longest time.
I had it on my PC. Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah, but it came out later on the PC. It was exclusive.
I don't
know.
I don't remember that,
So-
so.
I kind of do, but not really. It wasn't. 10 years ago is a long years ago.
Yeah, we're old.
Long
Many years ago. 50. Where were you when Grand Theft Auto 3 came out?
I don't remember.
I was in high school.
10 years ago? I
No,
was 14.
I don't know what I was in 14.
The
Long
first time I saw that, I was at a friend's
11.
birthday party, and it was like we were very risque for playing this mature game at 13 or 14.
Oh man, don't pick up the hookers.
And yeah, that's like all of a sudden there's like hookers in this game. It's like, oh my god.
And then you run them over for the money back.
And we're all
Yeah.
and we're all giggling. We're all giggling.
Shoot her
'cause
for your money
we're young,
back.
so.
So that's good. That's all, I think I'm tapped out.
Oh.
Grab, do you have anything? Do you wanna?
Game news wise.
Do you have anything that maybe?
Nothing
I know the
more.
Maniversary.
Maniversary?
I think that's what they're calling it. So that's kind of
Yeah.
I like that.
Manwich.
Even in
Hermes
Warhammer,
Comrade.
there's
Nothing. Okay.
nothing.
So we'll pause. We'll go to movies.
Yes.
It might cut out. We apologize. We're back. We didn't move. Hold on.
Nothing different.
The camera moved. That's all that happened. The camera moved slightly.
Just different angles.
Your monitor's broken.
You should get that fixed.
9 out of 10 doctors agree.
So, before we get into movie news, because I have one thing for movie news, I have one thing from real life news.
Okay. That's the thing, right?
Yes.
I don't know.
Seattle's very own Phoenix Jones.
Oh, yes, yeah.
For those of you that don't know, Phoenix Jones is a masked vigilante that runs around Seattle saving people.
I don't know why they had a problem with it.
He got arrested this week.
What did he do?
He pepper sprayed someone in the face because they attacked him.
That's self-defense.
That's what he has been let out of court. Except his true identity has now been revealed. Because when you get arrested, guess what happens?
They rip your fat mask off.
They take your mask off. So, Benjamin...
Is there a video of him pepper spraying someone?
Yes.
Actually, YouTube has it.
Yeah. Well, some guy's been following Phoenix Jones around taking video.
Right, yeah.
Of his exploits. And he actually chased down a car. I will say this, I watched this entire video. These two people were fighting outside of a bar. He went to break it up. One of them attacked him. So he pepper sprayed her. Her. Yes, I said her.
Oh.
Either way, they continued fighting in the street after he backed off because they told him to get away. And one of them, this car came up and smoked one of them. Not hard, but just, a love tap from a car. Still hurts.
Boom.
Phoenix Jones chased down the car to get the license plate.
So he's like...
Yeah, it
Captain
literally
America.
shows him running down the street after a car. And I'm like, he is a superhero.
Just like real life.
Yeah, so Benjamin Fodor is now known as Phoenix Jones. So, thanks, police, for ruining his secret identity.
This is what would happen if the cops got a hold of Batman.
Exactly. So now he can never really fight crime again because people know who he is.
I think that's even worse now that they know. Because the reality sinks in,
Yes.
What happens if everyone knows who Bruce Wayne is?
But I mean the comics have faced that so many times. When Spider-Man reveals himself, all of a sudden, the last panel of that comic where Spider-Man goes I'm Peter Parker, is every single villain in jail watching this news conference going, that little jerk. And now they all know it's him. And then Aunt May gets shot.
I don't think he has an Aunt May.
Yeah, he does.
Does he really?
Yeah, she's still alive.
Wow, that's so creepy.
And then to save her life, that is why Mary Jane and Peter Parker are no longer going out.
No, I mean in real life.
Oh no, Phoenix Jones is... As far as I know, Phoenix Jones is now an Aunt May.
I'm like, this is kind of... Life imitates art a little too much.
He was facing up to a year in jail and a $5,000 fine, and he got out with nothing because I think they ended up going it was self-defense because he went to stop a fight.
Evidence?
Yeah, he went to stop a fight, and this girl starts trying to beat him up, and he goes, "Okay, piss off! You've been warned enough times." And he doesn't just have pepper spray.
He's got the gun.
He's a superhero.
Yeah.
So his looks like a mini fire hydrant or mini fire extinguisher. So
you know what? I would totally, if I were a superhero, I would totally buy one of those web slingers that you had as a kid.
Yeah.
And then modify it
Here's pepper in your eye. So there is my real life news in between movie news and game news because I've been kind of I've watched out for Phoenix Jones stuff because I find it intriguing.
Wasn't
real life superheroes
half in the bag?
I'm not sure.
I think he was.
And I mean, he does, and literally he's been interviewed enough times where he goes, I can literally approach people stealing a car and they will just run. So he just stops crime by just being there, and that's pretty much what he said. He sits there going, when you see a guy dressed like this coming after you, your first instinct is to run. He's like, that's all. He's like, it's not like I'm going to chase you down, try and beat you up. He's like, I'm just trying to avert crime. So.
It's prevention.
Yeah.
Not.
Just his presence is supposed to...
that is badass.
Yeah, he's got a wicked costume.
He looks kind of like Nightwing.
A little bit.
The rest of them.
There's a bunch.
The ninjas.
See, I think
there's a website devoted to all
There's literally
vigilante superheroes.
It's you can post your name up here, but we won't verify it until you've made the news.
Yeah.
And I think Edmonton has one. A group. Maybe I'm just dreaming.
It's not. It's definitely not us. I can guarantee you. So. No, it's still not you.
I I didn't think this through.
And
I'm intrigued by whatever this is you're hiding from me.
my Resident Evil news.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that news. I'm familiar with it.
Okay, you go first, then me. That was just.
I really
for my
don't
news.
have
Movie
one.
news?
That's just the big one.
Okay, then I'll do
Go
mine.
with yours.
Okay, so there was an accident on the movie set for the new Resident Evil movie.
There's a
Like,
So there was something that happened and something broke and
I think it
fell
was a
and like
platform.
a platform
Yeah.
fell and broke and like 12 people got hurt.
like actually broken bones and stuff.
Nothing overly serious,
yeah.
but enough to, call the paramedics in. Well, this wasn't a scene where there were a bunch of humans running around trying to escape and they got hurt. This was a scene where the zombies were on a platform and it fell out from under them and 12 zombie people broke their legs. So when the paramedics showed up, that was what they saw, was a bunch of zombie people lying on the ground hurt. So it took a couple of minutes, but everything did get organized. I just thought that was great, because that would be, like, that's a story you'll be able to tell for the rest of your life. So I got a call today. Zombies broke their legs. We had to help them. Like,
And of course they're all dressed up in like gore. Like,
oh yeah,
how
like
would
they're
you
all
recognize?
zombied up.
and
yeah.
that's it took them a minute because they had to,
recognize what was.
well, because they didn't know what was
real.
wrong. Because these people were sitting there going like,
I don't know if it's special effects or not.
I'm in physical pain.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me? And they're going, I think your leg might be broken, but that could just be like the way that you guys are like doing your makeup. So it took paramedics a while, but everything did get pretty much. So everything got organized, and they figured out what was wrong. And there's no serious injuries, yada yada yada. But I thought that was.
You know what I find funny though? They just a couple months ago, not months ago, I think last month, they had an open casting call for zombies for that movie.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's being
like,
filmed in Toronto, so.
So somebody who volunteered might have just, gotten hurt. It's like, I'm just a big fan! You're just more than pieces of a fan now.
Well, and I mean, you're gonna get a settlement out of that, no problem.
Yeah.
But no, so I just found that humorous.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't.
Paramedics showing up
Like-
to help zombies.
Just like, there's a website for that. With zombie apathetics
Oh right.
and robot apathetics.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know how much time we actually have left,
Oh man, this is gonna take a long time.
so let's just kick it and see where this goes.
Okay. Then Tuesday was a big day. It's the first official unveiling of a public trailer for The Avengers. If you didn't see it already,
It's on the site,
It's actually, you can find it everywhere, and
and
we have it.
it'll play after the newscast.
We'll watch it.
So like
we
once
will.
once the credits roll, keep watching.
So, the Avengers trailer. What do you think of it?
I loved it, but
It's
Marvel
not,
freak.
There's not enough.
No,
Yeah.
but I mean,
It's not enough.
they should just show the whole movie.
It's done. It's
I
done
know.
production.
They should just
It's
instead
just
of
post,
instead of
man.
trailers one day, you'll just be watching TV and they'll be like, prepare for the next movie event, and all of a sudden, the Avengers will just start.
I'm okay with that
Yeah.
on CBC.
My only big issue with the Avengers and Marvel Studios as a whole is that they don't own all their franchises.
Yeah, and they're being very hush hush about this too.
So depending on who they have as a villain, which has been rumored,
As
Oh
the
yeah.
Skrulls.
my issue with having Skrulls and no Fantastic Four, for me, is a big deal.
Because they're kind of connected.
In the comics,
Yeah.
Reed Richards is the guy that figures out how to get the Skrulls to go away.
So we're missing someone who actually can defeat them.
unless. So
It cut out. We're
See-
sorry.
I said secretly something. Oh, 'cause, yeah. There's got to be more than like 2 or 3 secrets that they're not showing in this trailer.
Oh, I know, but we'd know if they got the Fantastic Four franchise back.
Okay, so I will
And
hold on. Yeah, keep talking.
And
Well,
so
they have to fire, dude.
Human. Oh my god! I almost forgot about that. Okay, I don't want to remember that.
yes,
I just want him to go flame on and just like shoot out.
They do have the Human Torch, but
Barely.
they have Chris Evans.
There's just one shot that gets noticed here, and I'll point it out to you guys.
But in all honesty, you can replace Reed Richards with Tony Stark.
Oh yeah, I guess
They're-
same.
And Bruce
changes.
Banner if they wanted to.
or Bruce Banner.
Yeah, they
like,
set
But
it up
Banner's the
like a-
geneticist, isn't he? That's
Yes.
not really related.
no, but in the comics, it's pretty much always been Tony Stark and Reed Richards working together to figure a lot of stuff out because they're the biggest brains pretty much in the Marvel universe. So I'm sure they'll work it that way. Like, the Cosmic Cube will pop up, and Tony Stark will be like, it doesn't just suck people into other dimensions. And then they'll do something, and everything will work out properly.
This is just going right over my head.
I don't. Yeah, and I'm a DC person. I can understand some of it. So, like, I easily trump him when it comes to DC knowledge. So.
Yes.
But I found this trailer. There's a scene in this trailer that they don't really. There's like a third of a second. Loki's weapon is in the trailer, and before he uses it. So there's like.
So like when he comes up out of that machine, he's wielding.
He's got something, and that's it. So continuity, and that was really the only thing that was kind of hidden in the trailer. Everything else was explosions and Captain America doing some sweet leaps over cement blocks and stuff.
And there were a lot of people that were afraid that Joss Whedon was not going to have enough action in this movie.
Are you kidding me?
No, there were people that were sitting because they watched Serenity, which had action.
Yeah.
But it wasn't heavy on action. But that's because his budget was this big, folks. This big.
He had a bit bigger budget for Serenity than he did for Firefly.
Barely. That's why there's a lot of headshots. If you watch most of the commentary, it's like, that is why it's a lot of talking heads. Because essentially...
Dramatic movie, though.
Yes, and I mean, he does a great job with a little budget, and now all of a sudden, you're giving him a comic book franchise, which he writes for. He writes comic books.
He knows how explosions go.
You're giving him an ensemble cast, which is pretty much like giving,
This is pretty, and he said, and he really put it correctly when he got announced as the director. He's like, "This is the greatest dream I've ever had."
Yeah, and you're giving him a budget that pretty much has no end.
Like, here's a blank check.
Yeah,
here's a bag of holding of money.
Yes,
Just keep going.
Just keep going, and honestly, for me, that it means.
And it's a wise thing to do. In honesty, is like to make a movie like this, you're gonna need a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
Well, just the cast alone.
Yeah,
that's them all.
I don't know what you're talking
screen here. Like this shot alone probably cost more money than any of us can.
Yeah, ever dream of.
So,
like the actor for Thor is the least known person in the room.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Yep. Oh yeah, so no, I was excited by the trailer.
I'm totally excited, and I'm a DC person.
Yes, you are.
And
I'm excited.
I'm a neither, and I'm
and
excited.
he knows absolutely nothing.
As far like even if you're not even a comic book fan, this is gonna be outstanding.
Oh yeah.
So, and if like I said, Captain America comes out October 25th. That's like what? Oh, it's still kind of far away. So, yeah, you can get caught up there. Watch the Hulk. Watch Iron Man 1, 2. Watch Thor.
The Incredible Hulk. Watch The Incredible Hulk.
Yes.
Incredible Hulk.
Not the Hulk.
Not
Clear.
Sorry, my apologies. I know the two different terms.
Do not watch the Eric Bana Hulk movie. Please, for the love of
his
everything
skin looks like rubber in that movie.
Oh, that.
You want to see bad CGI work? Right there.
I do like the panel cutting in the movie though. The way they.
Yes, but Ang Lee should not make superhero movies. Whoever decided.
Wait, Ang Lee, isn't that the guy that draws for DC?
No.
Oh, Lee something.
Yes, but Ang Lee is like romantic comedy guy or romantic movie guy, and it's just like no.
So it's a good romance.
Jim Lee, that's what I'm thinking of. Jim Lee is the guy who does DC stuff.
Yes.
So this week has been really thin for just news in general.
Yeah.
I mean, TV's kind of it's movies and TV kind of don't really move as fast as video games do.
No.
Oh,
so,
the Walking Dead season 2 starting on Sunday or tomorrow when this comes out.
Why are we here then?
Because it's 2 more days from our time.
Darn.
Time travel doesn't work yet.
You guys aren't doing the Wayne's World thing.
Gotta watch that movie.
You've never seen Wayne's World?
Of course I've seen Wayne's World.
Good.
Just have to see it again.
Good. It's like I was like, it's amazing.
Okay, site news. Question of the week. We actually had answers this week.
Many answers.
Or
apparently I have to just ask more general questions.
What's the
What
bird
question
this
would you
week?
like to be?
If
Oh,
you-
the bird question.
If you could have a bird, because it was Canadian Thanksgiving last weekend, so coming off of that on Monday, I asked if you could be a bird, what kind of, or if
Oh,
you
wow,
know,
there's a
if
lot more than I. Wow.
yeah, if you could have a pet bird that isn't a regular pet bird, so not a parrot, what would it be? And Tony's giggling.
Which what?
So I started things off by saying burrowing owl, and then I'm like, wait, that's not fun. So I'm like, I want a Yoshi with wings. That totally counts as a bird.
It's definitely not a bird.
Totally counts as a bird.
Yoshis are dinosaurs. Dinosaurs.
Raptors are birds.
Oh,
Ah.
now we're gonna get to
So you're
the
saying Yoshi equals raptor?
Totally.
So you're saying Jesus should just ride Yoshi?
Yes.
that's a great shirt. Actually.
There was
A penguin.
a pet penguin, which then got replaced by a phoenix.
I said
Or-
chocobo.
Yeah,
You said
Graham went with chocobo.
I want a Skymory. Skarmory.
The
A
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I want a Pokemon. My excuse that.
I want a squirrel with wings.
Squirrel.
That's a bird, right?
I want a dog with talons.
And actually, that's coming up question. I saw it on Facebook, and I'm gonna steal it. But starter Pokemon, actually any
Oh.
Pokemon. Choose your Pokemon.
Oh god, I just kind of did that. But that Skarmory's a bird, so it doesn't count.
So
I don't really want a bird.
Like of the starters from all of them, or
I'm just gonna say
just
Pokemon
anyone?
standard. You can just pick
You've
a
got about
Pokemon.
593 choices.
I know.
Crap.
Take one.
Go with it.
Go.
And I
Half
want
of
more
them are
than just
good,
like
though.
I want like paragraphs for answers.
Essay.
Yeah.
I
Essay.
want
I'm
like
writing so
1,000. I want 1,000 words in every comment.
I'm writing so much stuff for the site this week. Holy cow.
Then I reviewed a game.
Just Transformers.
Transformers! War for
And
Cybertron.
how was Transformers?
It was honestly, it was better than.
What you expected, or
What the heck?
Oh, I haven't updated it yet.
Oh.
Just hit the other button at the top. Game reviews. It's jumping. It was better than the like movie games.
Everything
Oh,
is better than
yeah.
those Transformers movie games.
It's made by the same company.
Oh, it's not.
they just
Yeah.
put more effort into this one, or
If you go to their website, it's the same company that made like the last Transformers game for the last movie.
Wow, they're doing movie games wrong.
So the story's cool and I dig it, but you have to play as the Decepticons for like the first 6 levels, and then you play as the Autobots
Yeah.
for like the last 6.
And that's how they separate the story. So.
And I dig it because
Yeah.
you wouldn't normally play as Decepticons. This way they force you. They don't force you. You can play like straight into Autobots, but then you have
Oh.
no idea how like Cybertron
Yeah.
got messed up. And I love playing as wicked villains. And let's face it, Megatron is wicked. Standard
Yeah.
like badass.
He doesn't
badass.
turn
and
into a
all
gun,
voice
though.
actors, I'm guessing, or
They
Yeah.
got Peter Cullen.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
okay.
they might have gotten due to the Blaze Megatron.
I'm not sure.
I think they did.
Either way, they sound really good. I said that they sound good. It's just that the Decepticon story seemed rushed.
oh,
So to me, it's like they're like, hey, this is where the Decepticon story is gonna go. Let's do the Autobot stuff, and they made it really wicked because the Autobots are so much more fun to play as.
yeah.
Like even the graphics look better once you get to their like to the Autobot side, and it's just like, really, really.
It's like they tacked it on as an afterthought, or
No, it wasn't even an afterthought. It was just like they were making the game and they did the Autobot thing and that ran long and all of a sudden they're like, hey, we have to get the Decepticon thing done. And then it's like, we don't have time to like flesh it out like we wanted to. Let's just get this out and done with. Because there's cutscenes where literally like the textures are still loading by the time the cutscene's almost done.
oh,
And you're just like...
that's embarrassing.
And they don't do it like, let's render the characters first and then the background.
So it's big blur talking to
So
another big
every once in a
blur.
while, like the guy's
Yeah.
chest, there will be nothing there and you're just like...
Not the same guy. It's unfortunate because Peter Cullen's awesome.
Like I said, they all sound really good.
Yes,
And
it's the game just is.
this is the story where Optimus does become Optimus Prime.
Yeah, he's not a prime yet.
He's not a Prime yet, so he becomes a Prime.
Like
Aren't they just built primes, or are they?
oh,
no,
running
Prime-
out of battery.
primes are it's like a
Promoted.
rank.
Chosen, yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like a chosen by the
And so he
previous
becomes not only
Oh, okay.
Optimus Prime, but the last Prime. So
Yeah.
it's a good game.
Prime. I enjoyed it too.
I enjoyed it, and the multiplayer's
No,
fun.
multiplayer's- it's good. I enjoyed the multiplayer. I played it on the PS3 when it came
Is it-
out. So,
I have it on
360
PC.
and cheap.
oh yeah,
Or it's on
play
PC as well, I think.
It's on everything.
It's on the Wii version got split into 2 different games, I think,
Yes.
and you had to buy the Decepticon or the Autobot thing, and it was a completely different game.
The models are different.
Everything was different. So buy it for the PC or the Xbox 360
Any modern
or
console.
PS3, and
Sends.
they're fun. And honestly, there's still a lot of people on multiplayer. Like
Yes,
it actually
there is.
gives you a number on, and there's
Oh,
different
yeah.
game modes, and it tells you who's
It's
on
like
what.
Capture the flag.
Yeah,
and
it's your standard stuff.
deathmatch
Your standard,
and-
yeah, your
Standard
standard.
multiplayer stuff. There's nothing
And it's-
overly unique.
And it's Decepticon versus Autobot. And you can choose your colors for your
You use
Autobot.
your class.
Oh,
You
so
can
there's
choose your
class.
class, and you can
Yeah.
choose.
So there's
So
sniper,
it's-
there's demolishing
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
And there's
That's
guys
cool.
that fly. There's guys that drive faster. There's guys that.
Oh yeah, and the flying
Intimidate.
controls actually, I thought the flying controls were really well done.
Yep.
For a game like that.
I messed up some of the buttons every once in a while.
But it's
press,
it's
press a button and I transform, and all of a sudden I start falling, and I'm like, ah! Press the button again, transform.
It's
start
so
flying.
satisfying when you see guys fighting and then boom, boom in the middle of it
That-
of their gunfight.
It's the best when you roll up to a guy, transform out of like car mode, like you're just speeding along, you see one of your guys getting like shot at, and he's hiding in under a box. You're coming
It's-
like behind a Decepticon or whatever. You transform and hit the melee button at the same time, and your guy literally transforms, comes out, and swings. It's just like
It's a good segue into the fact that Fall of Cybertron is coming out soon.
yes, and hopefully it'll be better.
It'll be even better.
Well, the engine's
So
built.
what's this one called?
Yeah.
This is War for Cybertron.
War for
And-
Oh, okay.
Spoilers. Let's just say, and they're not really if you've ever seen the
No.
cartoon show, but Optimus and Bumblebee and team get people off like
go on the Ark.
Cybertron. They
They
get
go
on the
on.
Ark and go, and Optimus and them stay
Yep.
to make sure that the Ark gets away okay. So the next game is them pretty much as
Last
Cybertron
stand.
starts, as Cybertron starts blowing up and stuff. They're like, okay, bring it.
That's cool.
And
wait.
Bumblebee's a bug.
And there's Dinobots.
Yes, but Bumblebee.
Okay,
For those of you who
Uh-oh.
aren't purists, Bumblebee in the cartoon show was a Volkswagen bug. And he wasn't actually Volkswagen brand, he looked like a Volkswagen bug.
Punch Bug Yellow.
Yes,
Kind of stuff.
he was a yellow punch buggy. And when they made the movie, Volkswagen was all like, we don't want our cars being involved with violence.
Really?
So Fall of Cybertron.
So,
Hello.
more technical difficulties.
It's fine.
They will be changed
Soon. In the near coming later.
Hopefully next week.
Oh,
So
what?
Cybertron and Bumblebee, for those of you that don't know, he was a bug. Then in the movie they had to make him a Camaro because
Money.
Volkswagen wouldn't allow them to use the VW bug. And
Iconic
everyone's
bug.
like, oh man, he's so cool, he's a Camaro. And I'm like, no,
But it's
he's
funny.
a bug.
It's funny because in the first movie there is a bug in the
I know.
trash yard or whatever it's called. So I was like, oh,
They just wouldn't let...
wasn't it
so close.
They wouldn't let him actually be a
Yeah.
Transformer. So,
Why?
and he has a voice in the game.
Oh.
Stupid Michael Bay. Which
No, which is the
Well,
good
he's
way to do
supposed
it.
to have a voice.
He's
No,
supposed to have
it's
a
Michael
Oh.
Bay that messed it up.
Yeah, because Bumblebee's supposed to be kind of the
Witty-ish.
witty,
Like comic relief.
Like he was
essentially?
kind of, he's no,
jumps
not-
into action. He's the guy who literally isn't afraid to jump into action, and Optimus is like, we got to do this, and Bumblebee's like, I'm there, man.
and like
he's
he kind of Bumblebee did do that in the movie,
yes,
but it just didn't feel the same
no,
because
and-
it's like radio voices saying it. I'm like, oh.
yeah. So I don't know. The game was fun. I liked it, and it's I think cheap everywhere. I got it at Blockbuster when it was closing, so I don't actually know. But if you can find it cheap, play it. It's
I
fine.
think
I
Steam
think it-
sales are like it's $5 or something. It gets crazy.
Exactly.
low.
So just I honestly suggest picking it up. It's fun, and if you're a Transformers fan.
It's like
Or a
those-
Beast Wars fan, or like any of those robot
Beast Wars was
transform
fine.
any of those robot transforming shows, this is a decent like
Mhm. I agree.
a decent game and for the franchise and everything. So
It's good.
you
else do
reviewed,
I took a look at Pirate Radio. this
you
week.
reviewed Pirate Radio.
So it's a movie that's got Philip Seymour Hoffman. It's got my fan favorite Nick Frost and Bill Neely.
Nighy?
Nighy, is that how you pronounce his name? I can never do it. Those two guys famous.
I
for
think
Hot
it's
Fuzz?
Bill Nye. Honestly, from what I've heard, except when you say that, everyone automatically assumes the
Science
science
guy.
guy.
No, I will pronounce the G.
So I always say
Right.
Bill Nighy because there's a Y at the end.
Yes, there
I
is.
just don't think you actually pronounce it, but I always do because it solves so many problems.
Exactly right. It's good.
Anywho,
It's good.
you liked it?
It's very good.
I thought the trailer looked amazing ages ago, and then I completely forgot about it.
Exactly, and I bring it up with people now, and they're like, "Oh, I totally forgot that movie. How is it?" I'm like, "It's great.
Yeah.
It's great." British movies and media really have a weird time getting a foothold in Canada and America.
Yes.
Just because their humor is just so different, and that's why movies like Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead,
Yeah.
TV shows like Top Gear are so successful. It's so radical, and pirate radio is not much different. I mean, we get there's plenty of other British shows that don't make it over here, but Working Title, it's the same guys who produced the 2 other movies with Nick Frost and Simon Pegg in them, but they're the guys who brought over this movie. And it's funny because it's actually meant to be a longer movie than it really was. Before they brought it over, they're afraid that there's too much content in it, so they cut like 20 or 30 minutes out of the movie.
Okay.
Like I'm not complaining. It felt like a perfect fit, but there's a lot of characters in this movie that could have
been developed.
Yeah, they could have benefited a little bit. But it's still a great movie, and if you can find it for the.
So what's the premise?
The premise is it's these guys who. In the 1960s, in 1960s, there's this huge revolution of censorship, rather, on the radios. Yeah. They wouldn't play rock music on the radios in the Britain colonies or whatever.
Okay.
So these guys were like, "Screw this noise! We're gonna go jump on a ship, and we're gonna broadcast radio waves outside of international waters so people can listen to it."
Oh.
And so the movie is about them trying to avoid being found by the government. While at the same time having wacky adventures on their own, because it's the 1960s, everyone's doing drugs and everyone's doing these sort of just crazy things, and it's amazing and on a side note, it's Philip Seymour Hoffman. You don't really see him in many good guy roles. He always plays a good villain.
He plays a good villain, or he plays a very serious.
Yeah, like you never see him as a comic in a comedic role.
I recognize the name, but
you probably recognize
Impossible 3.
He's done other
Capote.
things. Yep.
He was Capote in the Capote movie.
Yeah, Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski.
So he's never really a comedic character, and he pulls it off so well because he's the only American on the ship. So they have his brash sort of in-your-face American humor, going like, you know what? The government's gonna try and stop us, but no.
Okay, yes, I know.
We're gonna be like, we're gonna show them who's boss, and we're gonna keep doing our pirate radio.
Yeah.
And it's just really, really good. I would recommend it. I would have brought it. I left it at home.
That's okay. I still have to watch Troll Hunter.
Still a good game. Still a good movie. So that's what I've been watching this week, and
that's it. That's what our site has.
Starting something real new next week, for spoiling.
Oh yes. Do we want to talk about that quick, or should we just surprise people?
Spoilers. Nothing.
Make sure you watch the website.
It's either gonna be Monday or Monday.
It's Monday.
It's gonna have to be Monday. It's gonna have to be Monday. Watch this Monday.
Yep. For a surprise. Surprise! And
surprise.
It's not a bad surprise.
Our pants are on.
Yeah. So.
Not that kind of surprise.
Not that kind of surprise. So.
Secretly, my laptop is covering my no pants.
So.
Barrel roll naked news.
No, that's been done. That's done.
Yeah,
I didn't see the last 2 weeks' videos. What were you guys doing?
Actually, there is a website that is 2 gamer girls who do this kind of thing, but without clothes on.
Well, I've seen the Australian one where they're in, like, bikinis.
Oh no, this is 2 girls they're actually porn stars who play video games, and they review and do game news without clothes. So that's why no one comes to this site.
We need to get naked people.
And not us.
Shifting their
and we lost the viewer.
There goes Harrison.
Oh.
I think that's it. There's nothing other than the one thing that we're not going to talk about yet. And hopefully next week I can go out and get actual movie filming equipment device
These will
thingy
actually look cool.
that we can plug into the wall, and so the battery won't die, and we won't run out of footage time, tape, as I like to call it. You play those in a VHS.
And you might
machine.
actually get actual neat videos now.
Yes, they'll look pretty. And
just the random. We'll have the camera with us.
Yes, you might actually get us,
Actual
doing
video
something
content.
stupid.
Fighting crime.
I just need my Batman mask.
I'll make my own mask.
I have one.
I know how to make a ninja mask.
No, I have one. It's from my costume when I was like a Halloween costume from when I was like 10. Mask still fits.
Jeez.
It's made out of felt. It stretches.
Oh.
It doesn't come off that well, but it goes on real good.
That's what she's.
No, we have to replace that. Remember?
In
your mouth.
In your mouth. I don't like this game anymore.
Thank you, Nathan Fillion, for that one. And with that, I think we're pretty much
untapped.
We're done. So have a good week, everybody. We'll see you.
Bye.
There's nothing going on this week.
Yeah.
Happy weekend.
Happy week.
You were made to be ruled. In the end, it'll be every man for himself.
What do we do?
We get ready. There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people. So when we needed them, they could fight the battles that we never could. Gentlemen, what are you prepared to do?
Offense, but I don't play well with others.
Big man in a suit of armor. Take that away. What are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. If we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn sure we'll avenge it. Dr. Banner, your work is unparalleled, and I'm a huge fan of the way you lose control and turn into an enormous green rage monster.
Thanks.